There we go. Hi, Tim.
Hey, how are you?
All right, so
Welcome.
let's go see some of this really cool stuff that you've got here.
Yeah, so we make our own glass from silica sand. We get our sand from Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's mine. It's mine. It's like white icing sugar. And then when we color it, you color it by adding different metal oxides.
So do you color it yourself, or does it come colored?
You can buy it colored, or you can batch it. It's called batching color. You can make your own color. We buy our color normally from a company out of Germany.
Right.
I studied at the University of Helsinki in Finland. I buy my color from the same company that I do today.
That is so cool. So are there any glass programs that you guys run here?
Yeah, we do classes all the time. There's we do like a lot of kind of really fun classes, a couple of introductory ones, weekend workshops. We do summer camps.
You do summer camps.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, say teenagers could do this?
Yeah, we like to keep it minimum 16. So that's kind of like, because it's so hot.
Yeah.
That type of thing like that. So,
Like heavy, right?
yeah. So it's like, at least they can like get used to the heat. Usually kids are pretty good at picking up things, so I'm teaching them, so it's kind of fun.
Right.
Yeah. Because when we usually teach a mixture of young and old people. The young people always get it. They're just like, I got this.
That's so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, you want to take us in back?
Yeah, sure do. Come on back.
Cool.
So this is our hot shop.
See that?
Yes.
For those of you who are watching at home, it is very hot.
That's funny. Yeah, so I'm going to walk you through the studio. I'll show you guys all the equipment. Kind of like built all the equipment that you see here. So we're a working studio, so we always have projects going on. You kind of see that's going.
And there's Catherine. Hi. Very awesome. Okay,
Cool.
take us around. See what we got here.
Awesome. Come up over here. This unit here is a reheat chamber. When you're at the reheat chamber, they call it a glory hole. When we're here, we're going to take a leg, and this is where we reheat the glass. We light these every morning, and we shut them off at nighttime. It's like a big blowtorch.
Why would you reheat the glass?
You have to keep it hot, so you got to keep it moving at all times. It cools
Okay.
20 degrees a second, so this just helps us keep it warm so we can make a piece.
That cools so
It
fast.
does.
What happens if it cools too fast?
A thermal shock. You can't let it get below 500 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Or it'll break.
Oh,
Very cool.
do you break it on purpose sometimes for
Yeah,
the
for-
look?
That's some drama.
Very nice.
This is a blow bench, so these are our hand tools. You can't touch the medium. These essentially become our fingers. This tool here is one of the tools we use the most. It's called a pair of jacks.
Okay.
This tool is how we shape a vase, open a bowl, make a goblet, pull a stem.
Very awesome.
These are diamond shears. They cut the glass. They cut it to a smaller point. And you use it. All the tools are handmade as well. These are pachettis. These are like tweezers. So we can put a handle on a piece and do it like that. Wooden paddle, exact thing to do. Paddle your piece flat so that the cup will sit flat.
How long do those last?
The tools?
Yeah.
Oh, they'll last a lifetime.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I have a wet newspaper, so a wet newspaper is a non-conductor of heat. This is where my hand and the molten glass will actually meet, so when I can shape it with that, I won't feel a thing. And this will smoke and flame, and you don't feel nothing.
Can you use anything other than newspapers if newspapers
Yeah,
have
you
to
can.
die out?
You do. There's a couple other things. Newspaper is the best medium to use, though. But you can use. It's called like a graphite pad, so it's, you can wet it. So
Gotcha. Very cool.
come on over here, and I'll show you the furnace.
Yeah, let's see the furnace.
This unit, where we melt the glass. So this one runs 24/7, but we never shut this guy off.
Oh, okay.
It runs all day. Okay.
Yes, everybody, it's like standing in front of the sun.
So that's full of little glass. That's where we melt the sand.
Gotcha.
So that's where we do our package shipping. We're gonna come over here. This oven here is going to be the oven we cool the piece in. So we call this a glass annealing oven. It's like a glass refrigerator, but it's nice and hot too.
Oh, it is very hot.
So
It's like a kiln.
yeah, exactly. And the difference between a kiln and an annealing oven is a kiln is fired to like cone 8 and then shut off, where we fire and we bring it down slowly. So
that it doesn't shatter.
that's right. So really, the difference between it is just the insulation value.
Gotcha.
We're usually insulated double thickness, but other than that, it's really similar, same
Very similar
elements.
to a kiln. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right, I'm gonna do a demo for you.
Yes, do a demo. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is what we are going to make. That's our logo. It's very awesome. Okay, We're gonna see how it's made.
Okay, so this is a blow pipe. I have a few different pipes. A blow pipe, stainless steel pipe. It has a nylon piece. This is where we actually blow air into it.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
We have to heat it up. We have another pipe that's called the punty rod. The punty rod is used to actually flip the cup so we can open the cup up.
Oh, okay. Looking forward to seeing how that works.
And then we have a bit pipe. The bit pipe is used to bring the bit of glass that we're going to make the bee out of when we punch the stamp.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh, for the handle.
And there's an extra pipe to do the blowing handle.
Oh, to actually like fold it on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Is it red this time?
I think it's purple that's in there right now. My sister's in me already, so.
Purple's pretty.
The next one will be red.
So do you have to heat the rods beforehand?
Yeah, I have to heat the rod up. I'm going to pick up a piece of color bar. So I have some color that I've preheated in the annealer.
Okay.
I'm going to pick up, it's going to tint the bubble the color of, I think it's hyacinth, so purple.
Oh, yay. So that was pretty cool.
Okay, so I'm going to pick up my color. My color's in the annealer. Do you want to watch this? You can
Yes, I do. Okay.
So this, I just cut some color bar, and I can explain that after to you. So pick it up, and I'm going to bring that to the glory hole and heat it up. I'm going to melt this into molten glass.
So does it melt the glass to the rod?
Yeah, the rod was red hot, so it just stuck right to it. So now I'm going to bring it and make it molten.
Okay. Seemed like an awfully small cube. We
Yeah,
don't need more.
yeah, I'm going to get more. This is just the color. So this is really concentrated color. Oops.
Oh, got it.
Well, that's called a seed bubble. So I put the little bubble into it. Thanks, Kat. And now I'm going to gather molten glass over it.
Okay.
So this is called a gather of glass.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go in the furnace with my pipe. I'm going to turn it.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going to take 2 gathers to the cup, so that's clear molten glass.
Okay.
Come to the table, and I'm going to turn. Just going to bring the glass up off the blow pipe. Cut to my bench, and I'm going to shape it.
Okay.
The cup is going to blow for me because I shaped it.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to create like a bullet shape. As I'm shaping it, blow please. Go lady.
Wow.
See the
A
bubble?
lot of teamwork.
And stop. Do you see the bubble?
Yes, I
So that piece of color that I picked up first,
do. Yeah.
it's super concentrated color. So now I can make all the different colors in there. So I got a piece of blue, a piece of purple, a piece of red. And I'll make a variety of different colors.
Right.
So we do a bit of a prep work for that. I'm gonna let this cool and I'm gonna gather more glass over it. So the bigger your piece, the more gathers of glass you take. So for the cup, it's gonna be 2 gathers plus a foot. So if I'm doing a big plate, it could be up to 4 or 5 gathers.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we get another gather.
Oh, so cool.
So that orange is clear.
Yeah.
Take that. So that's it up. So now when I'm blowing the piece, I'm going to cool the area. I don't want the bubble to go, so I know I don't want the bubble to go right to the bottom.
Right.
So for this piece, the bottom is at the tip here. I'm going to cool the bottom. Blow, please. You see the bubble coming out? Blow lighter. Okay, blow a bit harder. Alright, stop blowing. And now I'm going to heat it up. So it's starting to cool. You can see how it's starting, the color's starting to
Yeah.
change. It's getting too cold to keep blowing. So I use this guy to heat it up so I can keep blowing the piece. So I keep it at around 2,200 degrees.
Whew, that's hot.
Yeah. And we work between 2,200 and 1,800, and then once it gets too cold, I won't be able to blow it.
Right. So do you just look for that color change? Is that how
I
you
just
kind
have
of
the
know?
feel of it too. You want to keep the tip on center. If I stop turning, it's going to fall off center.
Yes.
You want to try to keep that center.
Like gummy.
What?
Like a gummy.
Yeah. Oh. So now I'm going to start a jack line. The jack line is going to be the top of the cup. A little lighter. This is so I get the piece off the pipe. And right out. A little bit harder. Okay, stop blowing. So now I'm going to heat the bottom up and elongate it. So now I'm just going to heat the bottom half of the cup up. I'm going to let gravity take it. It's actually going to elongate it.
Spinning it and spinning it and spinning
Well, I'm just keeping it on center,
Okay.
right? So if I stop turning it, it'll just fall off center. That's right. But what I'm doing is I'm just getting heat just in the bottom half of the cup.
Gotcha.
So that when they come out, it's going to elongate. Do you see it?
Yeah.
You can do that one more time, just get a bit longer. So now I'm going to get the foot. When I get the foot, I'm going to gather mold glass just on the bottom of the piece, and then I'm going to shape it with the paper the way I showed you the other one.
Yeah.
So when I do that, I'm going to cool like that and stick my thumb in the middle of it as I turn.
Okay.
So I can shape this. This is how I get the foot. The paddle flat with wooden paddle. The wooden paddle is made from cherry wood. We use fruit wood
Okay. Is there a particular reason?
because of the way the grain burns. It burns nice and tight. Yeah, so now the foots are pretty hot. What we're going to do here, we're going to flip the cup. When we flip the cup, it's called punching. But now I'm just going to wait about, probably about 65, 70 seconds
Okay.
as the foot cools. Right now it's too hot, but I got to be careful. I don't want the cup to get too cold.
Right.
So I'm going to keep the cup hot while the foot cools. Because when the foot's orange like that, it'll stick to the punty too much and I won't be able to get it off the punty.
Gotcha.
So what I'm doing is letting the foot cool, but every so often I'll do something called I'm flashing my piece. When I flash the piece, I'm just adding some heat to the neck. So I go in pretty far to make sure the flame hits the neck there, just to keep the cup from breaking.
Right.
Come on out. And we'll probably do that one more time, and then we'll punny it. You can see the color coming up. This is a purple cup.
It's coming purple.
Okay, Catherine, I think I'm ready for a punty.
Yeah.
I'll flash the piece one more time. Now Catherine's going to get a little bit of gloss on that other pipe. That's called the punty rod.
Okay.
And she's going to bring it to me. If you want to stand back here, you'll get a pretty good view of what's going to go on. So I'm going to take that pipe and I'm going to attach it to the very bottom of here. And we're going to take it off and we're going to flip the cup. So this is called a transfer.
Gotcha.
Goes over here. I take the punty and just stick it on. Try to stick it on center. I'm going to take my jack, stick them in the water, and rub the jack line. This is the coldest part of the cup, and when I tap my pipe...
Oh my goodness. That just came right off.
Yeah, that's it. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So now we're going to do something called pinchetti and trimming.
Oh.
So she's going to heat that lip up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this tool here, the pinchettis, and I'm going to pull it out because there's a little bit of tool marks from that line,
Right.
and I want to pull those tool marks out, and then I'm going to take the trim shears and then cut it off. So I'll actually cut that tool mark away so it's got a nice clean lip. So you take the pinchetti, you're going to grab that lip and I'm just going to pull it out. And now I'm going to trim it. Catherine's going to catch the trim so the trim doesn't touch back to the cup. Alright, Catherine. Want to heat it up? So now she's going to we're going to open the cup up.
So you have to reheat it to continue the opening?
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
It's just getting too cold. So I'm going to go inside the cup with my jacks and open the cup up. Yeah, I'll do one. Yeah. Hey, there's purple. Actually, that other marble. So I'm gonna open that up a little bit more, so it's nice and wide. So now Catherine's gonna bring me a handout. She's taking a gather of clear molten glass. Now she's gonna roll into a different color application called frit. So that's clear glass. She's gonna color the outside of it this time in purple.
And that color is different than the little bricks?
Yep. The bricks is super concentrated. Well, that's concentrated as well. It's just different application. So this one brings the color on the inside of the cup, and this time the color's on the outside.
Right.
So now again, I have to flash my piece so when I attach the hot bit, it doesn't break it.
Right. About how hard do you need to blow?
That's what called a seed bubble. So what she did there, she pressurized the pipe.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to take her bubble
Oh.
and stick it under the cup. I'm going to pull that up. And now when I cut through this bubble, I'm going to cut it on an angle up. I'm going to flip that down. Make that a nice little... Thank you, Catherine. Little crooked. Beautiful. And now we'll put the V on it. We'll take the bit of glass, stick it on there, pull out, cut that. Here's the torch. Oh, this one is nice. You got the B? Beautiful. And now we're going to put it in the annealer oven.
Just making sure it's all the same temperature before you put it in?
That's right. It's upside down. Sorry. Right?